Hello, I'm Dr. Igor Simonov, and today I will talk about the use of pulse map, pulse diagnosis according to Nanjing, Book of 81 Difficulties in Chinese Medicine, and bagua method using for treatment of patients with the genealogical problems, diseases which they received from the parents, from the ancestors, which most difficult to treat with the acupuncture, Chinese medicine. Here we have the pulse map of two patients. First of all, I will just remind that here we have the lung, heart, spleen, pancreas, liver, right and left kidney, large intestine, small intestine, stomach, gallbladder, sanjiao, and the urinary bladder. So what we see on the top is the pulse map of the patient who came for treatment with the back pain and the neck pain. This pain, back pain, neck pain, and headache in the occipital area of the back of her head, she had all her life. And she remembered that her mother also had this pain. So what we can see here, we can see first of all, as we were talking before, we have here the lung meridian is the movement of fire, it is in excess. Heart meridian is in deficiency, movement of the metal. So we will treat accordingly. Before to do any further treatment, we'll treat these meridians, because we can see his pathological energy from the heart meridian is transmitted to the lung meridian. So we will treat them as I was mentioned in the previous videos. And here we have the also pathological energy is transmitted from the gallbladder meridian towards the stomach meridian. Gallbladder movement of the earth, and the stomach meridian has the movement of the wood. So we will treat this pathological energy before doing any treatment, so we will prevent any side effects, any pain, anything which may happen, patients may feel after the treatment, the worsening of the condition. So after this treatment, what we need to do, we find that actually here we see that urinary bladder meridian has the movement of the earth. So actually we have the stagnation of the humidity, stagnation in the stomach meridian, and we have stagnation in the gallbladder meridian, we have the wind affecting the body. So anyway, the patient has the pain in her back, her neck area, and occipital area. So it belongs to the urinary bladder meridian, which is actually has movement of the earth. What we will do, we will treat this sick meridian. How we will treat? We will take the hexagram, 2-3 grams of the urinary bladder, and we can find here that actually urinary bladder is on the level of the pancreas spleen meridian. So we use in the bottom urinary bladder meridian, and on the top we will add spleen meridian. So we will treat actually urinary bladder through the spleen meridian. But what we need to do, we will need to find some hexagram, which we have here, which belongs to the fire Now we have the spring movement of the earth. So this hexagram, fire hexagram, is very good working in the springtime. But what we need to use instead of Wen 1, this hexagram belongs to the order Fu Si. So as these diseases comes, this problem of this patient came actually from her ancestors, we will use the hexagram of Fu Si of early heaven, what happened before the birth. So what we will do, we will change the first line, and we will use here point number 67 of the urinary bladder meridian to change this hexagram, to adopt it for Fu Si, for the fire. And here we have the pancreas belongs to the earth, so we will use point number 3 on the pancreas meridian. So after using this treatment, 2 points from both sides, 67 of urinary bladder and 3 of the spleen meridian, patient was relieved of this back pain which he had every week, and for the few weeks after the treatment she still had not any pain in her back or her neck or her occipital area. So it's good effect, and it's the first time she actually achieved that after different treatments of acupuncture with the other practitioners. And here we have another pulse map of patient who had the anxiety and depression. She has a treatment for her anxiety and depression, but what she has also, she squeezes her teeth every night, and in the morning she have the very tight jaw and painful jaw. So what we can see here, actually what we need to do, we need first to treat the sanjiao, because it has a movement of the earth, which is the water affected by earth. So pathological energy come from the earth to the water. So we first of all will treat sanjiao meridian, and it actually will help us prevent any side effects after the treatment are worsening. And after that, what we can see here, we can see actually stomach meridian has a movement of the fire. Stomach meridian is in excess. So what we have here, stomach meridian is affected, and the stomach meridian goes through the masseter muscle, which actually permanently tends. What we need to do, we need to treat this stomach meridian. We will use 3 grams of the stomach. In the bottom, we will use still 3 gram sign of the stomach, and in the top we will use of the lung, because the stomach is the fire, and here we have on the fire lung meridian. What we can do, we could use also a meridian on the same level, the liver meridian, but it's better to the opposite extremity. We will use the lung meridian. So in the top we have the lung. So this hexagram actually is belongs to the fire, but this is the Wen 1 hexagram, and this will not be in good use for the patient with disease which come from the ancestors. So we need to change it for another hexagram, this one, which actually belongs to the order of Wen 1 and Fu Si. So we will use this hexagram which belongs to Wen Yuan and Fu Si, and what we will need to do, we'll need to use the second change. To change this hexagram, we need to use the second point from the bottom, number 10 of the lung meridian. So we puncture this number 10, which is the fire, and here we actually can see it's everything what we need to do on the lung meridian, because the lung has the movement of the fire. So after doing acupuncture only in the 2 points of the both sides, number 10 of the lung meridian, once after the treatment, same day, patient actually found that she had not anymore, she didn't squeeze anymore her teeth when she was sleeping. So it actually indicates, yes, how we can use and correctly use the bagua method, and exactly using the order of the Fu Si to treat the patients with the diseases which they received from the ancestor or from the parents. Thank you.